Welcome Strava users and KOMers. All right, I'm excited for this video because this is my first one with a GoPro. So we're gonna see how this goes. I actually ran into some tricky situations with the data overlay. So since this was my first time with the GoPro, I wasn't sure if I should be using the GoPro Quick app, which is what I use for the overlays that are in this video. Other people are using the Garmin Verb Edit app on the computer, on the desktop. And so I played around with that a little bit. I had issues with data transfer and video uploading and downloading, and oh man, it was a runaround. So anyway, I'm glad to finally be getting this video out, even though it's coming out pretty late. And so I wanted to go over the segment that I've got planned. So I really wanted to do the Sunnymead Ranch climb, which is a climb that I do all the time. It's near my house, and so I thought that would be a perfect test with the GoPro. And I know the video quality isn't that great at night. The lights are blurry, they're moving all over the place, but the horizon lock is pretty awesome on the GoPro, so I liked that. But I think during the daytime, the video quality will be a whole lot better because you won't have those lights shaking around and everything throughout the video. So the segment that I wanted to go for, I actually didn't want to push for a KOM or for a PR. I was thinking I would just kind of, feel it out and just give it a nice little effort. But when I started going, then I actually started feeling pretty good. So I hit it a little bit harder than I kind of expected. But let's get into this video just a little bit. So the Sunnymead Ranch climb is going to be 0.69 miles long. It's a 4.2% gradient. And the KOM, I'm going to pull it up here on the screen for you. It is by Professional Sandbagger, and he did it in 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Now, my PR is 2 minutes and 46 seconds. And I think I could take a decent amount of time off my PR at least. I could probably, in order to get a cup, I'd have to get less than 2 minutes and 34 seconds, which is only about 17 seconds difference. So I think that's definitely a possibility for me. And I don't know if I'm going to do it today, which actually, now that I'm making this video, I know that I didn't do it today. I wasn't trying to do it or planning on doing it, so I didn't. But maybe in the future I'll give it a good attempt and hopefully get on the leaderboard there. So that's the segment that I kind of wanted to highlight. But if you look on the screen right here, right now, I'm going up the Pigeon Hill Sprint, which is a nice, nasty little climb. It's you could hit it full gas and it's going to be under a minute long, and it's a fun one, but it gets pretty tough. Now you can see that I just turned this corner and I'm going to head through some residential area that's going to take me up to the start of my segment. So hang in there for just a little bit, and then when we get to the stoplight before the segment, then I'll chime back in. Okay, I lied. I actually have some more stuff to talk about before we get to the stoplight. So if you notice up on the map above, over in the top right-hand corner, so that corner that I made after the Pigeon Hill Sprint, that was the start of another segment. It's PP to P, which stands for Pigeon Pass to Paris. And so this was a segment that I didn't even realize was a segment. I just noticed it at the end of this ride, actually. And it's a pretty cool one, actually. I kind of like it. I accidentally got a PR on it today, and so that was fun. Which my PR was 7 minutes and 34 seconds. The KOM is held by Isaac Reyes, Neighborhood Cyclery, and he did it in 6 minutes and 22 seconds with an average speed of 19.4 miles per hour. I think that is definitely attainable, actually. I might have to attempt that at some point because it goes the entire stretch of that top line on my map. So from the corner that I turned all the way up to the top, or all the way to the right at that last corner. And so that last section from where the map reconnects, that section is actually the start of my Sunnymead Ranch climb that I was wanting to do. So to do this PP to P, it just kind of naturally falls into line. And actually, another interesting thing about that segment is that in this current video, I had a long red light right before the start of the Sunnymead Ranch climb segment. And so I believe that the PP to P segment, I believe that the clock keeps ticking while I'm waiting at that red light. So I might be able to take 20 seconds off that that segment just due to the red light. So I thought that was interesting. I did pretty good without necessarily mapping it out or giving it an attempt at all. So I was pretty happy there. And I will definitely be having a video when I go to attempt that. And I'm not great at KOMs. I actually have 0 KOMs right now. But I think it's worth it to attempt a PR. And my whole thought process is that even if I don't get a time PR, if I am able to get my max watts on a segment, then I feel like that's a success right there. And you'll see that I do not have my watts on the screen here because I still got to figure out that overlay, which you can't do it directly from the GoPro app. So I'll be working on that for future videos. But right up there in the distance, you can see the stoplight, which I told you that I stopped at, which is right before the Sunnymead Ranch segment. So you're going to see me pull up to the red light here, and there's a car behind me, so they're trying to make a right-hand turn. I'm going to get over to the middle of the lane so that they could squeeze around the side of me and make that turn. And then we're going to chill here at the red light for just a few more seconds, and we'll be on. So here we go. We got the green light, and I'll tell you, in my previous PR, I had a green light there. So I had some pretty good momentum coming into the intersection, and then the segment starts right at the right as soon as you get to the corner of the street right there. And so I'll give you my little strategy that I kind of use going up this climb. It's not that steep of a grade at first. I kind of try and pace myself because right in the middle of the climb, the grade gets pretty steep. And so, dang it, I wish I had my data on there because I think I'm averaging about 250 watts right now. And then in just a little bit, I'm gonna pass a street and then I believe another street, and that's where the grade gets a lot steeper. And so actually on the map, I think it's about to come up because you can see the little bend. And here we go. It looks like I'm going about 15 miles per hour right now. 16. That's actually a pretty decent speed. I wonder if I had a little bit of a tailwind helping me. I may have. I think you're going to see my miles per hour go down just a little bit. Probably right around this, this intersection. Yeah, so this is where it starts to get pretty steep. And actually, I just dropped 1 mile per hour. I think I got out of the saddle a little bit to keep my speed up. And right now I'm going mid 400 watts. And I'll be keeping that up for probably about 30 to 45 seconds. And since it's only like a 2.5 minute segment, that's that's pretty good. I try and pace myself at the beginning, hit my higher watts on the climb, and try and maintain that throughout the rest of the segment all the way to the end, which you can see that I'm approaching. That stoplight up there is the end. And I think right around this point, I'm getting pretty tired because I believe my watts were still in the 300 range, and I'm trying to push that and maintain it all the way to the end of the segment. But right before the end, I think I dropped down into the 200s. It was a tough go about, specifically because I wasn't planning on hitting it this hard. When I was going through that beginning section, I just felt really good, and my speed was good. So I was like, let's just do it. And so I gave it a pretty good attempt. And here's my results. You could see that I was 2 minutes and 47 seconds, which I missed my PR by 1 second. So that was interesting. But if I would have had a green light and would have been rolling into the start of the segment at 20 miles per hour, then I think I probably would have been 5 or 6 or 7 seconds under my PR, which wouldn't have been enough for a spot on the leaderboard, but still would have been pretty good. And actually what I really liked about my attempt here was that even though I was 1 second below my PR, I still did a higher wattage than I had ever done before, which my wattage was 330. And my previous PR, my watts were 323. So even though I didn't get the time, I still got a higher average watts on the segment, which is a success. And if conditions are right, 330 watts will always be better than 323 watts. So I take it as a success right there. All right, so throughout the rest of this video, I'm just going to chill and cruise the rest of the way home. I'm going downhill right now. There's no other segments on this route, so this is the end of my commentary, and you can enjoy the rest of the ride if you feel. And don't forget to like and subscribe and tune in for more videos, and hopefully I'll get some power data on the screen for next time.
of welter. GoPro, stop recording.